A very good day, my dear brothers and sisters in Jesus Christ. Today, 13th of July, Monday. Once again, we are so privileged to reflect on the Word of God. And we are reflecting on Matthew chapter 10, verse 34, and chapter 11, verse 1. When we read the Gospel of today, one can feel that whether Jesus is contradicting himself, because one can have a very strange feeling when we listen to the words of Jesus. He says, "Don't think that I have come to establish peace on earth. I have not come to bring peace, but a sword." Jesus is the Prince of Peace. So now he says, "Don't think that I have come to establish peace on earth." But he says it is a division. For he have come to set a man against his father, and a daughter against her mother. And he goes on saying that there will be very lot of divisions, chaos in the family. Each one will have as enemies those of one's own family. And he says, "Whoever loves the father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And whoever loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And whoever does not take up his cross and follow me is not worthy of me." What does Jesus want to tell? My dear brothers and sisters, the Gospels were written during the time of persecutions. And during the time of persecutions, there were so many people who embraced Christianity were put to death. So anyone wants to follow Christ, to be his disciple, the person has to disobey his or her parents. To do that, the person has to love Jesus more than their parents. So that's why Jesus wants to stress on the fact that anyone who wants to be my disciple, forget everybody. Leave everybody behind and follow me. It's a very radical way of calling to follow Jesus. I was just reflecting on myself. When I made up my mind to move out of my country and to go and work as a missionary, I knew it was not that easy. It was very hard. And so many people, including my friends, priest friends, they were so worried. They almost discouraged me. Why do you want to go live in your parents back home? And so many questions were posed. But all what I told them, if you really love Jesus, we should be able to leave everything for the sake of Christ. My dear brothers and sisters, it is easy to say, Jesus, I love you and I will follow you. And that's what St. Peter said. Jesus, I am even ready to die for you. But when the time came, he denied. That's the human nature. So that's why Jesus is telling, if you want to become my disciples, you can't love your parents, your near and dear ones. You have to forget everybody and follow me. The second thing is still demanding. Whoever does not take up his cross and follow me is not worthy of me. So this calling to become a follower of Christ has a cost. As we commonly say, the cost of discipleship is not that easy. There are so many challenges, so many persecutions, so many rejections which come on our way. But we have to bear them up for Christ. So that's why Jesus is inviting all of us today, if we really want to be his disciple, detach from everything. Maybe today we are so attached to our families. We are so attached to relationship, persons. So we need to get ourselves free in order to follow Christ freely. So once again, Jesus is inviting all of us today that as Christians, we need to bear witness to Christ in our day-to-day life. It is easy to go by the trends, the current of the world, but to swim against the current, to go against the trend, you need to have a lot of courage, a lot of power, willpower, a lot of love. So let us ask the same Jesus who invites us to follow him to give us that power that we may follow him at any cost in our life. Amen. May God bless you.